Tung Tung was shocked when he was going to the toilet. There was a toilet monster. Because Tung Tung was shocked to hit the monster there, was a very fierce fight which was finally won by Tung Tung, and the toilet monster was eliminated by Tung Tung. Tung Tung and Ciko were chased by the toilet monster. Then Bombardino, Crocodilo, and Tralalero Tralala came to help. Ciko and Tung Tung fight the toilet monster. Finally, they fought and were won by Tralalero Tralala and Bombardino, Crocodilo, as well as Ciko and Tung Tung. Because he often disturbs small children, Tung Tung wants to destroy the toilet skibidi without fear. Tung Tung hits the toilet skibidi without realizing that he has brought an army. But Tungtung Sahur is not afraid. He uses his superpowers to destroy the toilet skibidi. And in the end, Tungtung Sahur wins this fight. Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala were playing in the forest. Suddenly, there was a green monster running after them and attacking. Then they ran to the destroyed building while carrying the weapons they found. Then Tung Tung and his friends chased the green monster. And then they shot the monster, and finally the green monster lost and died. Congratulations, you are the winners. Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala were walking in a car, but suddenly war came. They ran very fast to avoid it, but unfortunately they couldn't avoid it, and chose to join the war. In the end, they won. Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala friends were gathering and chatting. Suddenly, Ciko invited his other friends to play on the slide behind them. Then they fought over the game, but it turned out that the game was already full, and finally they went home. Show speed, Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala were playing in the park. Suddenly, Speed invited them to the river to play there. When they were busy playing, suddenly the weather turned cloudy and there was a lot of lightning around. With scared faces, they saw the squid monster from the river. Because of their fear, they ran very fast. Comment below if you want to know what happens next. Show speed, Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala were playing in the park. Suddenly, Speed invited them to the river to play there. When they were busy playing, suddenly the weather turned cloudy and there was a lot of lightning around. With scared faces, they saw the squid monster from the river. Because of their fear, they ran very fast. Comment below if you want to know what happens next. The toilet monster seems to have returned. This time, Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala friends were attacked by the toilet monster. They tried to run towards the residents' houses, but it seems that the monster is still chasing them into the house. And it turns out that all of this was just Tung Tung's nightmare. After a series of things that happened, Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala friends met a strange monster again. Namely, a three-headed dog, and the toilet monster reappeared and they ran away. And it turned out that all this only happened in Tung Tung's dream. Tung Tung and Ciko were surprised by a scary figure from behind the window, and it turned out to be a death skull. Then Tung Tung ran away to the police post. But it turned out that the police were also afraid of the death skull, so Tung Tung gave up and hoped it was just a dream. While they were having fun walking together, Tung Tung and Ciko were suddenly surprised by a big monster appearing behind them. Then suddenly the monster released liquid from the bottle, but Ciko quickly took out a black umbrella. Unexpectedly, a hero came to help Tung Tung and Ciko and drove the monster away. When Ingir and his friends, Tung Tung and Ciko were suddenly surprised by a skull monster behind them. Then they ran in fear because they were being chased by the skull. But after much thought, Tung Tung finally wanted to fight the monster, using the weapons they kept in their pockets. And finally they won. When they wanted to play Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala, their friends were surprised by the figure of a big spider monster behind them. The monster released a liquid towards Tung Tung. Tung Tung, Ciko, Crocodilo Bombardino, Tralalero Tralala quickly ran to ask for help. It turned out that someone heard them, namely Spider-Man, and Spider-Man destroyed the spider monster. Tung Tung and Patrick met at a rap battle competition in Los Angeles. They competed to win the competition. Who was the winner? Watch the next part. Thank you for watching. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the epic rap battle 2025 between Tungtung Sahur versus Bikini Bottom residents. Who will be the winner? Don't go anywhere. Keep an eye on this channel, okay?